Hi, Marianne Croce here from Small Biz Vantage and the creator of 3 Day Weekends Coaching. For those of you that do not know me, I primarily work with auto shop owners and skilled trade business owners. These are people that want to stop doing it all. They have achieved levels of success in their business, but they really want to have a life. And that's when I end up working with them. I believe that success is both when your business and your life is thriving. We need to have those aligned. And I find that a lot of business owners in these industries are really burning themselves out. And they reach that point where they're like, you know what? I want a life again. And you can have both. So I do these business leadership in 15 minutes each and every week on Tuesdays, and I look forward to them. I do them for two reasons. One is for you to shift your perspective or your vantage, if you will, of your business and turn it into your competitive edge. And the second reason I do it is for you to be able to take one action item away each week and implement it. So, in a short time, 15 minutes, it's a great amount of time to invest in yourself each week so that you can perform at your best as a leader, as an owner. So, this week's topic is plan wins for the week. So, when you think of your week at the end of the week on Friday, it's really nice when you have wins, things that really worked out. These could be big or small, but it's really nice to celebrate them at the end of the week. But here's the thing, we need to plan these wins for the week. And I encourage you, if you find this training valuable, please share it with another business owner that you know. We can all learn and grow, from each other. So I really enjoy setting up and planning my wins for the week. So I really want to go over this and kind of unpack it for you. Once you've set up your personal and professional goals for the year, right? How do you start each week to keep the momentum going? What is your strategy to plan to celebrate those wins on Friday? Now, if you haven't set up your goals for the year, then definitely drop it in the comments and I will share with you a link to a previous training that I did that can help you with that. But today, what I want to do is I'm sharing a framework that has been working for years. And this is what pros do, right? We want to be professional about how we show up as owners and leaders and how we operate in our business. Your mode of operation, your MO, right? What your team members, what they think of you, how they see you. So pros, what they do is they plan to win and then they take action or the steps needed to make it happen. That's really what we're talking about here. So this works in your personal life as well. Work and life should align. That's what makes everything worthwhile. That's what makes being an owner and a leader worthwhile. So the first thing you do is you assess. That's step one. And when you assess, you ask yourself, what will winning look like at the end of this week? What will it look like? What do I want to celebrate? Think of that. We are in control of more than we realize. So assess what you are in control of to make it happen. Decide what three things you will do this week. So, three things that you want to get done this week, decide what they are and assess how to make that happen. The second step is focus. So, what you need to do is protect your time. Make sure that you block out the time needed to do the activities needed each week for you to be able to celebrate those wins. Now, you'd be really surprised to find out that a lot of times, if you can just block out a half an hour and work without getting interrupted, you can actually get a lot done. You may find you need 40 minutes depending on what the activity or the task is, but you will find that you'll get so much more done without interruption. So block out that time on your calendar. Put it in your calendar. Your calendar is what you are accountable to. And here's a key thing to think of. If I were to look at your calendar and I could see what you have blocked off, what you have scheduled, I would immediately know what your priorities are. So if you don't put these things in your calendar, that's when they go on the back burner and they don't seem to get done. So it's important to schedule that time, make it a priority. And then the third step is to lead. You want to be an example to your team. You want to lead your team. And how you do that is with feedback loops. This is what pros do. A big part of this, going pro, is reviewing what worked and what didn't work during that week, because challenges are going to come up. We know that it happens. And we'll talk about all the things that happen during the week. But when you review it, what will you do differently in the future? It could be a system or a process that you may discover that needs to be updated. Or is it a conversation that needs to be had with a team member? Do team meetings need to be more productive or collaborative? Maybe you're the one doing all the talking and you need more collaboration during those meetings, more input from the team. Decide if it's a habit or a routine that needs to change, right? You need to stop it or you need to start it. So when you're looking at feedback loops, they're really powerful. And pros do this. They do this all the time. When you think about it, even in sports, they're always going back and reviewing the game. They're even reviewing plays. They're doing it in real time. So keep in mind that when you're looking at your business, you have 5 areas where you can have wins that you can celebrate at the end of the week. And the 5 areas are marketing, sales, people, operations and technology, and the last one is financials. So those are the 5 areas of business. A lot of times we tend to complicate it and think that it's bigger or more difficult than it really is. But to simplify it, marketing is, knowing your ideal client and really honing your messaging. So you're talking and speaking directly to them in all of your marketing and all of your messaging. The second one here is sales, and that's sales conversations, customer service. When you think about the customer journey that a customer experiences, those are all key touch points. And that would be area of all the different areas in sales where you can have wins. People is another area. And this is about the leadership that you provide, the culture that you provide. This would include like onboarding and having those conversations with people, getting to know them one-on-one, reviews, all those types of things would be in that people category. Next is your operations and technology. So this is really honing and knowing your product and service really well, the systems and processes that you have, and you want to be able to support the team with training so that your operations run well. So is your operations not running well? Is there something that you need to do with training? Something that you need to do to support your team or grow your team? And lastly, financials. Financials is really about understanding them, understanding the reports, being able to use the reports for decision making and goal setting, for future goal setting. So I'm curious, what was the step that really stood out most for you in this 3-part framework? Was it assess? Was it focus? Or was it lead? I'm curious in the comments if you could put in there which one worked for you, whether you're live or you're on the replay. Remember that you can use this framework and you can do this personally as well. So just kind of quick recap. The 3 steps are assess, ask yourself, right? What a win looks like. Step 2 is focus, protect your time, put it in your calendar. And step 3 is lead, use feedback loops so that you can go and you can review and see what you would do differently in the future. You know what worked, you know what didn't, and you're going to review that and go through. That's what pros do. So thank you so much for joining me in this week's Business Leadership in 15 Minutes. If you find this valuable, again, please share it with another business owner that you know. We can learn from each other and have an enjoyable week.